Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to chat a little bit about Frankie with Frankie, and we are going to go over some of the most commonly asked questions or frequently asked questions. So if you want to know more about what other people want to know, then just keep watching. All right, I have, get down. I have treats in my hand and Frankie is very excited about it. I have the questions screenshotted here on my phone so that I can read them straight from comments that I've received either on YouTube or Instagram or wherever. But the first one is, I'm picking up my Aussiedoodle in a couple weeks. How much does your dog weigh and what's the expected full-grown size? So that's a good question because there are different answers and it just depends on your breeder and what size poodle they're using to breed the Aussie with. So Frankie is a standard. Her dad is a standard poodle and her mom is an Aussiedoodle, in just a regular standard size one. So she, I don't know, they said she should be between like 40 and 45 pounds. She is between 35 and 40 now at 8.5, 9 months old. So that's right on track. I think she'll probably be about, I don't know, yeah, 40 to 45. Okay, the next question. I love these videos. I can't wait to dress up my puppy. Has Frankie always behaved this good in stores? Because we did like a shop with me video and she, come this way, come on. So we got her at 8 weeks old and right away we started taking, well actually right away we couldn't go into stores. We did take her all like anywhere we went in the car. We took her on a lot of car rides, and yeah, for stores we didn't, I guess, right away go into stores, but she's always been well behaved around dogs and other people. She is well socialized. Just loving these treats. So I guess just like general socialization is important, and I think that they'll do well, and in making an effort to make, like, to not be careful. Like, we have kids, so don't be like careful, use the vacuum around them, make loud noises, not like that it's gonna hurt them or anything, but like normal noises, so that when they do go out and they hear something loud or like they're not super like distracted by that. I don't know, just get them used to life. Don't baby them at first. I think that's helped, and also the socialization part. We have a lot of dogs in our neighborhood and a lot of kids in our neighborhood, so she's just always been around people, and a lot of people and a lot of dogs. Nulo, okay, so this is a comment about our food, and I'm just bringing this up because it's something that we recently switched to. So it's about our food, and this person is suggesting that we go raw food. And so she was on kibbles when we got her, and we went to, we from there switched to Blue Buffalo puppy food, kibbles. And it's just such a big thing with the vet and like what they recommend, what other people recommend. So we just kind of did what we felt best by what research and everything that we learned. So we switched to Nom Nom, which is not raw, but it is cooked so that it's like a science. Like, it's cooked so that so the nutrients aren't like cooked out of the food. It's a whole thing. I'll link it. It is an affiliate link, but we have been loving that, and she loved it right away, and it was easy to transition her to it. And it just makes sense, you know, like you wouldn't want to eat a bag of like processed foods, like food from just, I don't know, a bag like that, as a human. So as dogs, you want to just eat like real food. So it just made sense for us, and that's what we have been doing. So this person, well, she recommended eating raw food. It's not raw, but it is fresh. So they cook it and they send it to you. You just like de-thaw your week's amount of food. I think they send like a month's worth. But anyways, it's something that we love now, and we recently switched over to, so I wanted to share. What kind of wireless fence do you have? So we talked about the fence that we got. It's like a box that's in our basement, and it like projects this circle around our house, and she wears a collar, and it just is a circle boundary basically. And there's a beep setting, which is usually what it's on, and then there's like 6 more settings depending on how high you want to go. But really, she learned it very fast. Like, she will break the fence for like her best friend across the street, a Labradoodle, or like another friend that walks a lot. Like, which isn't too big of a deal. We don't live on a busy street. We live on a cul-de-sac, so it's okay, but it does train her, like, for the most part. So in general, she stays in the yard because of the fence. So I don't know. It's not like 100% amazing, and the battery dies, so you have to do the new batteries all the time, like once a week, but it does help, and I am thankful that we have it, if that makes sense. At what age did you put the fence collar on? So I want to say she was about 4.5, maybe 5 months old, probably closer to 4.5 months old. And just when you get or are looking into getting a fence, just look at what that specific brand recommends. The one that we have, I'll link in the description. All similar, but you know, they could be different. So just make sure you're reading like what that manufacturer, what that brand is recommending you to use the fence and how to properly use it. Wait, this way. Come here. Okay. So many people have said that they're getting an Aussiedoodle soon, which is so like exciting. I didn't even know this breed was so popular, and that like it was just becoming more and more popular. It's just so cool. We absolutely love Frankie, and I am 100% glad that we got an Aussiedoodle. We love her so much. But anyways, this one says, is there a crate size you recommend, as we really only want to buy one? So we got a hand-me-down crate from my mom, and it's a big one, like the large size. So I don't know, there's like some people say to get like only a, you know, the size of their body for them to like be able to move around a little bit. It was just a huge crate, and she like adapted well to it. I think maybe she was in a crate before, so she was just super easy to crate train. And it's just the large one, I think, for up to like 60, like 100 pound, like I don't really know. It's like the biggest one. It doesn't have a divider, but I do think those are helpful. And yeah, totally get that one. If it has a divider, you can make it a little bit smaller. But that's just what we did. I don't know like the proper way to crate train. That's just what we did, and it worked. I don't know, maybe we got lucky. I'm not sure if that's what we've done. I also have an Aussiedoodle. He got groomed recently for the first time. How did you describe what you wanted to the groomer? So we've been to 2 different places now so far, and the first one, we went to PetSmart, and it was so nice and clean and bright and well lit, and like you could see what they're doing. And they had this like little like I don't know, a display thing of different hair lengths, and they kind of just talked you through it, like exactly what they would do, and they were super helpful. And we just chose the longest setting on the clippers, and they did a great job. Now we went to a second place. It was just a local, like a small owned grooming business here where we live, and they didn't do any of that. They kind of asked me what we wanted, and I was like, well, it's only my second time, I'm not too sure. I don't want her to be too short. I don't want you to shave her down, but I don't know. We picked the longest one again, the longest setting they had, and they just completely shaved her down and made her look like a poodle, which we did not want. And it was like, it was on me too, but they just did not do as good of a job as PetSmart. They did her head like longer, which we like, and her ears were left. I don't know. They just did a better job. So I would be very specific and show pictures of what you want. I guess that's my advice, because I did on the first and I did not on the second time we went. So we're going back to PetSmart, but she's actually getting spayed in 2 weeks, so we won't be going back to the groomer for a while. And we're actually gonna let her hair grow out for the winter now that it's freezing. So she's gonna have like she's gonna have long hair. And I'll put a picture here of the Aussiedoodle that I like really want her to look like, and I hope her hair grows and looks like this one. But we are just letting her, we're gonna like trim up her eyes and her feet and stuff, but she's gonna have long hair for the winter. What's the cleaner thing you cleaned the pee with? So in a video I did recently on, I think it was her day in a life video, I had this, I was actually borrowing it, a vacuum cleaner or a carpet cleaner with a little handheld attachment, and that's what it was. But another thing that we've had and used is the like, it's, I don't know, like this big, small, like handheld one, and it just sucks up, like you can spot clean your carpet, and that also works so well. I think Bissell was the brand of that one. But so totally recommend those when you have a puppy. And it took her so much longer than I thought to potty train her. I think it is because we have 2 kids too, so we weren't just like full attention on her 100% of the time, but it took probably 3 months, maybe 4 months. And I have another question in here that'll kind of talk about why, but I thought it was gonna take like a week and it did not. Okay, next question, how much does she weigh? I think we already went over that one, didn't we? So right now she's like 35 pounds-ish. She should be like 45 when fully grown. Where did you buy the electric fence? So the first one we bought, actually, I didn't talk about this when I was talking about earlier. We got the first one at Bed Bath & Beyond, and we are actually on a second one right now because the first one, we lost the little piece that makes it waterproof, and so it kind of screwed up the whole thing. So we're on a second one, and we got it at, I think, PetSmart. I'll link it in the description though. Can you make a video on her daily routine soon, because I would love to see it. I'm getting my Aussiedoodle in a month. We will continue to do day in the life videos. I think they're fun and they're easy to film, and I think people like just seeing what she does all day and like how she acts. Lately it's been so rainy here that really she has not been hyper. She's just been like in chill mode. She's like, fall's here, I just want to chill. She's getting older too, so that probably is helping, but she's been like so good lately. This dog is perfect and I really like her color. How would you describe it? White. So that, I put this in here because I wanted to chat about it just a little bit. You want to come up here so I can show the people? Come here. Here, scoot up there. I don't know if you can see. Let me scoot over. So she is like tan and white, but she has this pinkish brown nose. And when we were picking her out from the litter, there were a few that were this color, but they had black noses. So we were talking about that with the breeder, and she said that if they have pink or brown noses like this, then they will most likely turn all white when fully grown. So I'm not sure if she's going to or not. I do see a few white hairs coming through the tan, but like their puppy fur changes at a year old. So I'm really excited to see if she's going to turn all white or not. We love her color though, the two-tone, or like, but yeah, two color, double color. It's not tricolor, whatever it is. I just think it's so pretty, but it's, yeah, just tan and white. Some people call it apricot and white. But just make sure, like, I would ask your breeder if you're picking a puppy out, ask about that nose thing, because I thought that was so interesting. Okay, next. Okay, a question we got a ton was where we got her. So where did you get your puppy? Trying to find one and don't know where to look. We got her from a very small breeder here in Michigan. We are in the Grand Rapids area, and she's just north of Grand Rapids. I will put her Facebook page and her website in the description. It's Copper Heart Canine, so I'll put that down below. I think she also breeds Bernedoodles. The last litter that I was talking to her about was Bernedoodles, so if you're interested, that's another awesome breed as well, but they do get quite a bit bigger. We are looking to get an Aussiedoodle next year. I work from home as well, but I was wondering, how is her bark? Does she bark at everything? At first, totally no, like she didn't bark at all. I would say at like 5 months, she's almost 9 months now. So like 5 or 6 months, she started to bark at different things. And she only barks if someone is coming up to the door. Or if a car pulls in, like that's really it. She doesn't bark at everything, and she's not like constantly barking. And it's easy to just be like, shh, to quiet her down. She's not like an excessive barker, I guess. She's a normal barker. That makes sense to anyone. Next one, you mentioned she is 75% poodle and 25% Aussie, but then later say her parents are half Aussie, half poodle. Just curious what her combination is. So her dad is a standard poodle, excuse me, and her mom is an Aussiedoodle. So I think it's F1B. I'm not 100% sure. I would just look that up, but that is what she is. So she is half poodle, half Aussiedoodle. That makes sense. Question is, what parasite did she have? So I mentioned in an earlier video that when we got her, just after we got her, she was like pooping weird, and I thought it was just because we were switching her food. But she ended up having a parasite, and then she ended up having 2 parasites. So that is another reason that potty training did not go as planned, but it's a very common one, and actually they put it in this comment. I don't know if I can pronounce it, coccitis, something like that, but it's a common, it comes from the environment that they're in, and the breeder that we got her from had just moved, so she wasn't aware of that. So that's just how it happened. We had to take her in and she got tested. The breeder paid for that, and then she got a medicine, antibiotic. I think it was antibiotic that she just had to take. And honestly, that was a little stressful because as soon as we were done with that, she like cleared up, and then she got another Parasite, I think from our house, I don't know. But so she ended up having it like back to back, and it was a little stressful having to give her medicine. It's kind of like having an infant all over again. But it wasn't that long. It was probably 3 weeks, and then it was all over, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. So if you find out that you have a parasite like that, a common one, don't freak out. It's pretty easy and pretty simple to clear up. Okay, so those are all of the questions that I was able to screenshot. I wish Frankie was a little more alert for us, but she is so sleepy for some reason. Frankie, can you tell the people hi? Something else, can you come up here? Come on. Something else that I wanted to mention was just getting high quality accessories, because if you don't, you're just gonna go through a bunch of cheap ones in the end, where like should have just got the better ones to begin with. So one of them is Wild One. This is a harness. Can you see? Can you see? It's super good quality. It's like neoprene. It's really soft, and then it has a bunch of hooks, and it clips on really easy too. And for it being like this blush pink color, it hasn't gotten super dirty. So we are really happy with it. They also have toys, and this is a super hard rubber, I think, that she chews on all the time. These are like some of her favorite toys, but really high quality toys too. Come here. Okay, come back over here. And I like those because it's hollow, so you can just put treats right in, and it keeps her busy. They also have a Tug Toy. This is made out of that same super hard rubber, and then a piece that she can chew on, a rope. And then this is our leash, and what I love, I think, most about it, can you not? Let's get back. What I love most is this material, and it's like kind of rubberish, I guess. I don't really know what it's made out of, but it doesn't get dirty, and it's just super high quality. It also came with like matching poop bags, which I love, but it has this for the handled part, and this is the end that hooks onto her harness. They also have just a regular leash set, or a regular collar set rather, but like I said, you don't want to go through a bunch of cheap stuff and then realize you should have just got the good stuff to begin with, because it lasts. They also have, so the toy set was a set of 3. It also came with like a ball that's similar to like a Kong toy. It's hollow on the inside. You can put treats or peanut butter inside, but we love those, and those are some of her favorite toys. So high quality accessories, leash, harness, or collar, whatever you decide to use, and toys, because they go through those so much, especially with puppy teeth and transitioning to adult dog teeth. It's just super important. That I think is it. We try to be like pretty minimalist about her and like her stuff. So in doing that, we want to make sure we're getting the best stuff because we have less stuff. That makes sense. So I think that is it. I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you have any other questions that I didn't mention or go over here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.